Yo, 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 yo. How you guys doing today? Happy broadcasting, building, 3D printing, broadcasting. I know I said that already. Sunday, okay? It was hard getting it out. I ain't made a video in a while. Apologize for that, everybody. I've been doing a lot of things. I've been really busy, working on a lot of projects. We got the Bro Retro Metro, Bro Sadie's, Bro Tesla. Been working on that a little bit, keeping it real. Right now, I can't get in. I'm keeping it real. I can't get into my storage right now. I'm locked out, keeping it real, because wasn't able to pay the bill. Got to keep it real. Wasn't able to pay the bill right now, so I'm locked out right now. So I'm not gonna be working on the Bro Sadie's. The Bro Retro Metro, can't work on that right now. I'm locked out, completely locked out. Yeah, keeping it real. Locked out of the Broadcaster Museum shop. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it, the Broadcaster Museum EV shop. So I can't get in there and work on none of my EV stuff right now. So I've been working on these cameras and stuff. And once I tell you guys, if you want to help out on the channel, you can donate. Once again, go to my Cash App. It's $, Tony McDew, okay? I always tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, donate. Help a brother out. You know, I had to spend money in other areas. You know, utilities have been it's really hot out here today. Keeping it real, it's really hot. So I'm not gonna be out here very long. I have been making a lot of videos, been inside, just kind of relaxing, kind of taking care of my dad, that type of thing, keeping it real. So yeah, I can't work on the Bro Sadie, the Bro Metro Retro, because it's definitely too hot, and I'm locked out, keeping it real. If you want to help out, you want to donate so that I can get back in to my storage unit, then let me know. You can help out. If not, I gotta wait till I get paid, and that's gonna be a while. So right now, we are working on 3D printing. Okay. Once again, this is my FX6. This is the FX6. It's a hard body unit. We got a monitor here, a ProKeys monitor. I had it a long time ago. I bought this like years ago, and I kind of rigged it up here a little bit. I've got a microphone on here. This is a wireless microphone, so you can be handheld and do your news thing, news journalism. This is a $5 speaker, that actually lights up. I'll see if I can turn it on and make it light up. Bear with the music in the background, because like I said, we do live in the hood, so you're gonna hear people bumping every now and then. Okay. I turned it on, you can see a little light. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair, so you can hook this up to your phone or whatever. And we got oh, it's connected to my phone right now. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio on this system that we're recording right now. So anyway, we don't really want to connect it. Let me turn it off, because it sounds pretty good actually. We don't really want it on. We got the computer on here. This is the mini G2, not the G5. The G2, I may be getting the G5. There is a G5 right now that's available, so if you want to donate and help me to get that, let me know. But this is now we got a Bro Cinema rig. It hasn't been painted yet. I haven't painted in the buttons and things like that. And I'm gonna tell you a trick to all that. I may not even do that. I've got some ideas on this camera. I'll probably paint this one, but some of the other ones I'm not gonna paint, because I'm not an artist. I'm not a craft person that do a lot of painting and stuff like that, so I'm not that good at painting. So we will paint this one though. I just gotta paint the buttons so that they'll all show up, and you know, all the knobs and that type of thing. But this is a solid 3D printed body, 3D camera body, a FX6. The FX, and then we got the tablet on in the bottom here. We got the Samsung tablet from Metro PCS with the case that matches. We got the wireless system on the back. I got a wireless transmitter on the back. And then for the camera, this is just a plastic body, you know, PLA, I think it's PLA filament. Very solid though. It has a compartment where you can open up. I was gonna put the computer inside. It was a little, I can still put it inside, but it's probably not gonna get the airflow that I want. So we got the computer right here, right now. This is an actual PC. It's a mini PC, mini computer. We got the Jetson little flying car on top, because we call this the Bro Jetson. This is called the Bro Jetson FX63. That's why we call it the FX63. And when I flip it around, you see the 63 is right here, okay? It's the FX63. Here's the actual camera that we're using. This is a Sony, what do they call that? The Sony action camera. It's a Sony HD camera. I got like 3 of these, and I just got it kind of like bungeed on here right now with this little, you know, those hair ties. Yeah, keeping it real. Those little hair ties that I got my hair tied up right now with. Yeah, one of those, 2 of those actually. And it's just strapped on there right now. But we're gonna put some Velcro on there. I got some Velcro from the dollar store, and I went there today, got some Velcro. So we're gonna have it to where it can just Velcro on and bam, and we'll be ready to record. The purpose of this is if you're gonna go do a video for somebody, you know, everybody wants to kind of show off. Everybody wants to have some type of cinema camera, right? Yeah, everybody's talking about the FX6, FX5, all these different, FX9, I think. Yeah, FX9, I think that's the one everybody's getting. And it's like, you don't need that. That's my point. You don't need that. But I just did this for fun. And I did it for my own creativity, just to show that, you know, you can make something out of something else. And I can paint this body black and make it all match and everything, or gray or whatever. And I can do all that too, but we're not gonna do that. But right now, this is just a plastic lens, 3D printed, all 3D printed. This is 3D printed, this is 3D printed. And then we got the handle. The handle's 3D printed. The handle came from another camera. I forgot what camera it was. I think it was the red camera. And it was just a free 3D print. All these are free 3D prints from a site called Thingiverse. So you go to that website and you can get a lot of free prints. Now, I did buy one print from Keeping It Real for the FX9. I bought the print, but I can't get it to print right now because it has to be stabilized. The print is not, I paid 25 bucks for it. I'm keeping it real. I paid 25 bucks for the print. It's a 3D print, and I forgot what site it was from. And I don't even want to, I haven't got the print to stabilize yet. I started printing another FX6 like this one, and what I did is I stretched it. I stretched it because they're very similar cameras. I'm very creative, okay? I'm very creative, and I make things out of different things that don't exist or whatever. So I'm a craftsman when it comes to certain things. The FX9, that's the one I want. This is the FX6. The FX9 is the camera that I bought. I bought the print for it. It's a downloadable print that you can buy from a website. I forgot what website it was. I'll try to put it in a link in the description. But anyway, I bought it, and it's for making 3D animations and things like that. I could put it in a movie, I could put it in a video, that type of thing, but it's just not printable. So it has to be what they call, what's the word? Sliced, okay? It has to be sliced, but it has to be modified before it's sliced. So it has to be modified in a 3D program. I'm still learning in this 3D program, Blender, keeping it real, Blender, if you ever heard of Blender. So I'm learning Blender right now. I've got to modify it somehow in Blender so that it's stable. Because when I put it into the slice program, I'm able to get it into the slice program. It came in as a FBX file. It's an FBX file, which stands for film something. I forgot what it stands for. But it came in as an XBX file, and I had to convert that to an STL file. Okay, STL is a printable file for a slice program for a 3D printer. I know it sounds a little complicated, but it's not. If you're into 3D printing, you know what I'm talking about. So I had to convert the FBX file to a STL file. Yeah, STL file. And when I converted it, I put it into the slice program. I sliced it, and you could see that, you could tell in the program that it's not going to print. I'm not going to even waste my printing material to even try to print it because it had a lot of holes in the product. It wasn't a stable product. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. So what I decided to do was take the FX6, which is very similar to the FX9, and stretch it. So I was able to do that in my slice program. I think it's Anycubic Slicer that I'm using right now. Anycubic Slicer. I was able to stretch the item just like I did my ARRI's camera. I showed you guys the ARRI's camera. I didn't show you the camera, but I think I saw one of my other videos. But the ARRI's camera came out pretty good. I kind of stretched that one, and what happened was it came out okay. That one came out a little bit better. But when I tried to stretch this camera and I tried to print it, I kept getting a lot of bad prints. And the reason why, I believe, is my print head is now damaged or it's worn. And so I got to get another print head. That's like $9. Keeping it real. Keeping $9 on Amazon. I'm going to try to get that this week if I can. And like I said, that's why I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, donate, so we can get this stuff going. I've got about 3 other cameras that I was thinking about printing, but I came up with a better idea instead of printing them, because it takes a long time to print these cameras. This one took about 14 hours, and it's nice and solid, and it's really nice. But rather than spend all that time printing a camera and using up all the print material, I said, you know what if I just go buy some plastic? Duh. That's what I used to do back in the day. Before 3D printers came out, I used to make stuff out of cardboard, boxes, plastic, Tupperware, that type of thing. So that's what I did today. We went to, and let me show you what I came up with on the results. I don't want to even show this. This is pretty bad. Okay. This is what I came up with. This is actually 2 sections. This is the first print. It started messing up, so I did another one, and then you can see in the top, you can see where it started, where it cut off, and then I just put 2 of them together with the strap here, with the zip tie. And the purpose of this is, how you doing, Barbara? The purpose of this is that I zip tied these together because I'm gonna merge these together. I'm gonna melt it because I'm not gonna waste my 3D printing. I said, you know what? Why waste 3D printing? I'm gonna merge this together because it looks pretty good. It's got some parts that look pretty good. This is the top part that pops up, the top and everything. And I'm gonna melt it together, and then I'm gonna still build a camera out of this. Okay, we're gonna build an FX9 mini version out of this because this is about the size that I want it to build. So we're gonna still build a, once I got a lot of extra 3D print material that's like wire now that just did not work out. So we're gonna melt all that material inside of here, and then this is what I'm gonna do. Are you ready? I'm gonna tell you a secret. Instead of having all the buttons and everything and all printed all in and it looks all nice, forget that. I'm gonna do like I did on my other cameras. Back in 2020, actually before that, I think it was like 2018. 2018, what I did is I printed out a real camera, all the buttons and everything, just printed it out, took it off the internet, took the picture off the internet, made it into a JPEG, took the JPEG, put it in Photoshop, and then I just kind of measured it all out, printed it out, and I didn't have a printer at the time. So I just went online, Walmart, printed it out at Walmart, picked it up at Walmart the next day. It cost me like 12 bucks, I think, depending on what size of the print. It cost me like 12 bucks for a regular page of material. So I printed out the camera, and then you just, boom, you get some an adhesive or something, or some little glue, boom, and just glue it on there. And now you got all your buttons and everything, and it looks good. Isn't that cool? So that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of wasting all this printed material, I do like 3D printing, don't get me wrong, it's fun when it works right, but when it does not work right, this is what you get. You got bad results, and this was very, very bad. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Very, very bad, very rough. So we are gonna grind some of this down. We're gonna merge it together. We're gonna still use this material because I like it. It's pretty light. I like the material. This is gonna be like a mini version. This is gonna be a mini version of the FX9. Okay, but I'm not gonna focus on it right now. I threw it on the ground, I don't care. So today, what are we gonna do today? Today is Sunday. I just dropped my dad off for church, keeping it real. Haven't made a video in a long time, like I said. Didn't make one for my birthday. Had a quiet birthday. I just wanted a quiet birthday. I didn't want to deal with a lot of stuff. Didn't have no money really to do anything. So I was like, you know what? Thank you guys for the birthday wishes though. That was last month, June 23rd, Memorial Month. Yeah, we had all Memorial Month. I sent you guys a lot of stuff out during Memorial Month. But right now, everything's quiet. It's July, and today is July the 12th, I think. It might be the 13th, 12th or 13th. It's the 13th, because I know tomorrow my dad's talking about that wrestling or something's coming on, wrestling, or the next day. It's coming on the 15th or something like that. Anyway, so today is the 13th, okay? So what we did, this is what we got. Boom. We got these little Tupperware things, these little Tupperware trays. This is nice. This would take a long time to 3D print. This would have took a long time, probably like, I don't know, a lot of hours. 8 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, whatever. Why do that when you can just go spend $1.25? These cost me $1.25, okay? So, I bought 2 of these, just got these today. Keeping it real, on a budget, on a bro budget, because this is Bro Budget Sunday. Bro Budget Building 3D Sunday. And when I say 3D, you don't have to do 3D printing. If you don't have a 3D printer and you're on a budget, get you some 3D products. This is 3D, right? It's not 2D, it's 3D. It's three-dimensional. Three-dimensional, okay? And it don't have to be 3D printing, it can be 3D designing. You can be a 3D designer today, okay? So I'm a 3D designer. So now you got these 2 pieces of Tupperware, whatever they are, $1.25. And what you do is you merge them together. You merge them together. And then you take that print that I told you about, like you go to Walmart, you take that print, and then you print it and put it on the side of here. And now you got all your buttons and everything. How easy is that? So there's a lot of ways of merging these two pieces together. You could glue them together. You could zip tie them together. I'll probably zip tie them. I like the zip ties. I like that technology. I probably drill a couple holes on each side and just zip tie them together. Okay? Zip tie them together. And you got these little rubber pieces on the bottom. You don't need those anymore. Pop those out. You go to Walmart. First you go to, you find the camera that you want. I want, of course, a FX9. I want an ARRI Alexis, and I want a Panavision, and I want a it's a Sony. I forgot what it is. It's a 4K ENG news broadcast camera. I want that camera. So what I'm going to do, there's 4 cameras that I want to design in the next week. This is how I'm going to design them. And I bought these 2, but I decided, hey, here's this toolbox already made, already a box. Already ready to go, $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. Read my lips, the Dollar Tree. Okay, so this would probably be the ARRI Alexis, because the ARRI Alexis is about this size, the dimensions of the ARRI Alexis. Okay, but you're not dealing with all that weight. And when you're not dealing with all that weight, now you can use a cheap tripod, which I'm using right now. So it's a cheap $20 tripod that can hold this right here. Okay. So this could be the big ARRI Alexis camera. You drill a hole in here, and instead of 3D printing a lens, a big broadcast lens, a big, what do they call it, cinema lens, instead of printing a lens, I'm going to be using like a Coke bottle. A Coke bottle, an apple juice bottle. My dad had some big red bottles the other day. I'm going to be using those. You just drill the hole. You put the bottle in there. You can paint it with some paint, whatever color you want. You can paint this whatever color you want. The ARRI Alexis is usually gray, so I can paint this thing gray if I want to keep it gray, or I can just have a black ARRI Alexis. I don't care. It does not. You don't have to make it exact. But once again, we're going to print that page out anyway. We're going to print out a page on here, so whatever we print out, and we can alter the colors on the print because it's going to be like in Photoshop. And if you don't have Photoshop, you can use like GIMP. GIMP is another photo editing program where you can edit photos and that type of thing. It's free. I'm not very good at it. I got the old Photoshop from way back in the day. My Photoshop is from like 1997, 1998. I got an old version of Photoshop. I'm not online. I don't do the subscription. I just got an old version of Photoshop on my computer, on my old Dell computer, and I use that to manipulate pictures and stuff. I haven't used it in a while, but we're gonna pop that baby back, get it back going again. And I can't put it on my new computers. That's what's weird about it. The program is so old, it won't work on my new computers. I don't know. Maybe it will. I gotta mess around with it some more. But anyway, you manipulate, you create the photo, and then if you don't have a printer, I don't even have a printer. Can you believe that? I don't have a regular printer. I don't have a regular printer that you print paper with. I used to have printers, all kind of printers. I used to have probably like 50 printers in my life. Now I don't have a regular printer. I'll probably buy a printer. I probably eventually will go buy one. But you might have a Canon printer at home, an Epson printer, something like that. I used to have printers all the time. I'll probably end up buying one. But for this project, I might just want to just say, you know what? I spend 12 bucks. I design it. I get on my phone or on my computer. I send a file to Walmart. Walmart prints it. I pick it up at Walmart, and then boom, I got a nice glossy print of the camera with all the buttons and everything. So we're gonna do the Panavision XL2, whatever it is. I forgot the whole model number, but that's a very expensive camera. It's a Panavision cinema camera. We're gonna do an ARRI Alexis. We're gonna do the Sony broadcast 4K Z750. It's a Z750. I remember that one. One of my favorite cameras. I love that camera. And they're talking about $37,000. Read my lips. Read my bro budget lips. But that's not bro budget. That's non-bro budget. $37,000 for a ENG camera, like a news camera that you go out and you do the news with. So when you see these guys doing the news and they're doing the news and you see them with that Sony camera, it's a Z750. I'm telling you right now. I ain't gonna talk about back in the old days. I used to tell my boys, I was bad back in the days. I used to tell my boys back in the day, I say, man, you see me a camera like that, man, get it, man. I'll buy it, man. I want a camera like that. I used to say that, but it never happened. It never happened. But that people are doing that. They will jack you for those type of cameras. And I'm not telling anybody to do that because it's not necessary to do that. Do what I'm doing. If you want a big camera, okay, this camera, you see this little, once again, this little Sony camera right here. You see how small it is? I'm not gonna take it off, but you see how small this baby is? Okay, this is how small. I could just put it on a tripod and film with that and have it hooked up to the computer and have the computer on the tripod, and you don't need any of this. But if you want to look professional and you want to have your big Sony FX6 and you want to be out there with the big boys and you want to paint it all up and make it look all professional, so yes, I got the FX6. What you shooting with, man? The FX6. What you shooting with? The FX9. Next year it'll be the FX12. They keep coming out with different ones. But I'm just saying, the Venice. Oh, that's the one that's the one that we're gonna build. So let me grab this. I just threw them on the ground. But you saw those containers. We're gonna probably build a Venice out of that. I like that because I think that's about the size of the Venice. The Sony Venice. That's a very, very expensive camera. The ARRI Lexus. I'm trying to think the price on. I saw the price on one of them was like $94,000. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was. I don't know if it was the Venice or was the ARRI Lexus, but that's too much. $94,000. Come on, come on. People, houses don't cost that much, right? People's cars don't cost that much. Some people's cars cost that, but not when you're on Bro Budget Sunday. We're Bro Budget Sunday. So I'm showing you guys on an arts and crafty way of how you could do something. Take something like this toolbox. This is gonna be my ARRI Lexus because it's about the same length. I was in the store a little while ago. I just bought this a little while ago, and I was like, this is perfect. It's lightweight. All I gotta do is do the print, put the print on there like this. I can put the print on this side, or I can put the print on this side, however I wanna do it. And what's cool about this, I can open it up, okay? So I can have the print on this side. I can have the print on both sides, okay? Because I can do what I wanna do, okay? When you're art and crafts type person, you do whatever you wanna do. I can make ARRI Lexus on one side, and then the other side I could have, it could be something else. It could be a different camera. It could be, I think about which one. It could be a red camera, or it could be the red camera, or it could be whatever camera I want, okay? And then I can rename it. That's what's cool about Photoshop, is you can put your labels in there. You can, before you print it all out and you're altering the print, you can put in, which I'm gonna do, WBN, World Broadcast News. Put your logos in there, put it all on the print. So when you print it out, now you got your logo, you got the camera body, and you're cool. You don't gotta have to worry about sticking anything on the camera. You know, the W63 thing like I did on the other side of this. You ain't gotta worry about that. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see my W63? Yeah. So you don't gotta print that out if you have it printed in the print. So this is gonna be perfect, because I might have it where you open it up like this and bam, and when you open it up on the other side, you got all this room to put whatever you want to put in there. Now your computer can go in there. Mini computer, mini microcomputer, whatever you want to call it. Any of my computers, I got a couple of little mini computers now. I think I got 3 of them right now. 4. I got 4 mini computers. And my G2 can go in here. My G5, I don't have the G5 yet. The G5 may go in here. And it's just a little block computer. And you say, why Tony? Why? Why do you want a computer in there? Why? Why not? Why not? Your cars have computers in them. Your homes have computers in them. Your phone is a computer. Why not have a computer in your camera? And most cameras that you see, those expensive cameras, $94,000, you don't think they have a computer in there? Yes, they have a computer in there. They have a menu system. They have a computer system in there that keeps track of things and records. That's a computer. So I'm not doing anything that they haven't done already. Only thing I'm trying to show you guys is how to do it on a Bro Budget Sunday. That's what this is all about. Teaching you how to take something, a $5 speaker. You can see the speaker now. The $5 speaker, now you can put the $5 speaker in there. You can have the $5 speaker in there. You can have your computer in there. This has plenty of room for all that, by the way. Okay? See how big the speaker is? And you see how big that is? So you can put your $5 speaker in there. You can put your computer in there. You can put your headphones in there. And boom, now you have a little container with all your stuff in there. Close it up. You got the print out on the side here of whatever kind of camera you want to look professional with. Now you got your big camera on your shoulder, and you got your bottle lens. You got a bottle cap lens or Coke bottle lens. You can make it as big as you want. Start off small and then make it into a big old cinema lens. And now you got a big old cinema camera. And then you just drill a hole in the bottom. Very simple. Drill a hole in the bottom, put in a little quarter thread female connector. You can melt it on there however you want to do it, or you can just mount one on there, and then boom, now you can put this on your tripod, and now you got a big old professional cinema camera. Now you can look like the big boys if you want to look like the big boys. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not trying to. Gotta be careful. I don't want nothing popping off out here. But anyway, like I said, we live in the hood. I'm gonna be going back inside because it's cold and it's hot out here anyway. I'm under a shade tree right now, just kicking back my old little gaming chair. I got this gaming chair for 20 bucks. Keeping it real. This is my white and black one. This is the only one that I didn't take apart. The other two, I got a red one and I got a green one, and those are on the Bro Cruisers that are in the shop, in my Bro shop. So we got the red chair, we got the green chair, and those are on the Bro Cruisers, the Bro UTV, and the other one is on the Bro 12x12 truck that we built. We call it the Bro Cities, Bro whatever. But yeah, it's kicking back. So hopefully you guys, I know I got sidetracked, because when you're out here, you gotta look around, you gotta watch your environment. So anyway, this would be, now you got your big broadcast camera made out of a $1.25 toolbox. $1.25 toolbox. You got your $5 speaker, showing you how to do everything on a bro budget. You got your $5 speaker. You got your $12 print, may cost you less. You got your $12 print on the side that you created in your own time with Photoshop or whatever program you're using. You can even make it on your phone. I got a lot of photo apps on your phone that you can make. I could probably make this whole thing on the phone, design it, and dimensions and everything, and then send it straight to Walmart. You don't even need a computer. Use your phone. So now you got your printout of your favorite camera. Okay? Read my big lips. Your favorite camera, whatever camera that you always wanted, but you couldn't afford it. It's a $90,000 ARRI Lexus, or it's a Panavision camera that costs $100,000 or whatever it is. Now you just, hey, I can't afford it, but I see the picture of it on the internet, so I save the picture, I save it on my phone, I measure it out, I print it out on my home printer, or I print it out at Walmart or at the library. I didn't think about the library. That'd be even free, right? You can print stuff at the library, huh? I haven't signed up at no library out here. I might go sign up at a library. I'll just be printing all day. And somebody told, oh, I saw this yesterday. I saw this last night. They said, if you do not have a 3D printer, so I'm showing, giving you all kind of bro budget tips today, all bro budget building tips. If you do not have a 3D printer, I heard, I don't know how true it is, I don't know what locations, they have 3D printers at the library. You can use their 3D printers and do a bunch of printing. I don't know how long. Maybe, I don't think you can do no 12-hour print like I be doing. But they got 3D printers at the library, I heard. I don't know. Check it out. So you can do your printing at the library. You can do your printing. I would just print out a page, a gloss page of what I want. And I know I'm going to get what I want to get. So that's why I do it at Walmart, because, you know, I don't mind paying the $12 if I have the $12. But right now, I don't even have the $12 because we're on a bro budget. Okay? So I'm keeping it real. But toolbox, $1.25. $1.25. Boom. Now you turn it into a big camera. Boom. Drill a hole in here. Center it. Get your Coke bottle. Put your lens on there. And you're ready to go. Once you do your print, you'll start to see that, hey, now it looks like a camera. It don't look like a camera now. It's just toolbox. $1.25. Look at the title. I mean, look at the brand. Look at the brand. Because you guys think I'm joking with you on this. This is Bro Budget Sunday. I'll keep it real. It says toolbox. And they got it in Spanish. I don't know what that says. Bontin, whatever that is. Tool Bench Hardware. Tool Bench Hardware, $1.25. Okay? I should be getting, this should be a sponsor for me. A sponsor. Dollar Tree, come on. Dollar Tree, hook a brother up. Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. Get your Dollar Tree deals today. Whatever. Do it on the ground. Don't care. All right. So, that was that. What else I got in here? Oh, orange soda. Orange soda from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to drink some of this too because I'm thirsty. It's probably going to shoot out. It might shoot out because it's bouncing around. Let me see. I don't want it to shoot. Ooh. Not even cold, but I'm gonna take a sip. Good. Shasta orange, vitamin C, caffeine free. Caffeine free, that means there's no sugar, huh? I'm going there and put some sugar in this mug. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna put some I like sugar. Go put some sugar in here. I didn't know it said caffeine free. Anyway, it's not that good. But I got it for $1.25. Might go back up there and get me another one. Anyway, Bro Budget Sunday. This is what we just all about. Boom, Bro Budget Sunday. Bro Budget Cinema Sunday. Look at this baby. This baby look nice, don't it? 3D printed FX6, Sony FX6. We call it the FX63. And we changed the name on it. It's not just the FX63. It's the Bro Jetson FX63. We took Sony out because we don't care about Sony. Because I'm Tony. Tony and Sony, the one and only. Tony and Sony, the one and I love Sony cameras. I keep it real. I do got a lot of Sony cameras. I got Sony, I got Canon, I got Panasonic, I got all kinds of stuff, but I don't have Panavision. I don't have a Panavision, and I don't have an ARRI Alexis. Yeah. Because I'm on a bro budget. When you're on a bro budget, you're not going to have no stuff like that. Okay? A lot of people got Canon cameras, Panasonic, Samsung, whatever. All those are just normal brands, right? But who do you know has Panavision? Panavision XL2, blah, 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 whatever. I don't even remember the whole model number. But my point is, I can have that if I want it. And I can even rename it. Like I renamed this. This right here originally is the FX6. The Sony FX6. The Sony FX6 cinema camera. The Sony FX6. They got a lot of Canon ones that look like this too. I might build one of those too. I think I'm gonna build one of those too. The Canon, what is it, C500? I think that's the latest one. The Canon C500, Canon C400, the Canon C300. I can build all those now. I can build any of them. I can make a Canon a Canon 500 on one side, and then when you flip it around, it might be the Canon 300 or the Canon 400. I can have a dual camera, and I can call it whatever I want. Call it a Bro Canon. Okay? Bro Canon. You know, bro is my branding. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have anything to do with nationality. I have to point that out to a lot of people. People think you just, oh, it's all about the black thing. It's about the black people. It's about this. No, bro means it's just part of my branding. It means I'm budgeting and I'm doing things on a low level to where I don't have to spend a lot of money. I used to try to spend money. I used to want to spend money back in the day when I used to gamble, because I used to gamble. And I was trying to get the big money, because I wanted to buy a Panavision or ARRI Alexis or these or whatever it was at the time. And I didn't have the money. And it used to frustrate me. It used to make me mad. It used to make me sad. But now I'm more thankful, more grateful. I think about life. We'll come in a little closer here, so I don't gotta talk loud. I think more about life. I think more about just waking up, being alive. Once again, 62, the big 62. I'm 62. How am I looking? Boom. Side view. I know I'm looking scroungy. I didn't shave or anything. I need to tune my beard up. I need to do a lot of stuff, but I'm alive. Okay? I'm alive. I'm happy. Kicking back. Most people can't do this, what I'm doing right now. A lot of people are stressed. Yeah, I got bills. Keeping it real. How do I have all my bills paid? No, I don't have all my bills paid. But I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna stress out. We'll do some bro breaking news real quick. I've been talking for a while, so why not extend this a little bit anyway. 33 minutes, keeping it real. I'm making this video right now on my phone. I don't have a fancy camera. I'm using the front-facing camera. I'm not even using the back camera, which would be better quality. But who cares? It's not about that. And that's what I've been saying for a long time. It's not about the camera that you have. It's about the content. If you enjoy this content, and like I said, you want to donate and you want to help a brother out, all my bills are not paid. Some of my bills I'm kind of behind on. I'm keeping it real, but I'm doing the best I can, and still trying to keep my energy, keep my joy. Always keep your joy. I watch some comedy. I think I sent a bunch of comedy stuff out yesterday and the day before. I sent some comedy out this morning. Bro breaking, building Sunday. I'm still building stuff, and even if I don't have a lot of money, I'll go in there and get some Coke bottles and squeeze them together and glue them together and make me a camera. I'll make my own camera, make my own ARRI Alexis, make my own Panavision XL, whatever. I'll make my own, what's the other one? Vintage, not vintage. I can't even think of the name. How do I say it? Venice. Sony Venice. Yeah, that's the Sony Venice. That's the one I'm gonna make probably those two pieces with. Those two pieces of Tupperware. They had so much Tupperware over there today. I was just looking at different ones. Even in glass Tupperware. The little plastic glass, plexiglass Tupperware, whatever. You can build anything you want. So being happy, having the joy, waking up to another day. I got my freedom. I'm out here. I'm free. You know, all these, that's very, very valuable. That's more precious than money. People are striving to be at the casino today, and they want to spend money, and they're trying to get money, and they want a new car, they want a new truck, they want a brand new F-150. Oh, I forgot to show you guys my other thing over here. I'll tell you about that. So just thought about that right now. But people are striving to do big things, and rather than do big things, do little things sometimes. Like I said, I went to the dollar store a little while ago, dropped my dad off for church. Got to get some gas. Don't have that much money for gas, but I got enough to do what I got to do. Keeping it real, that's what I tell you guys. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. Help a brother out. Got food in the house, keeping it real. We do have food in the house, but I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I can do. I can't go. I think the fair just opened up. The Cal Expo fair just opened up out here in Sacramento. I'm not going to the fair. I'm not a big fair person anyway, but I just don't go to a lot of events. I stay home, take care of my dad, work on these little projects, and that's pretty much what I do. And pray. Definitely pray. A lot of stuff in the making, though, a lot of projects. Like I said, I am going to build these little cameras, and it's just for my own personal happiness. Completing a project, saying, hey, okay, I built that ARRI Lexus. I built that camera. I built this. I did this. I did that. And just kind of like, you know, just having fun with it. It's a hobby. And it keeps me happy because I want to see if I can do it. I want to see if I can take this to the next level. You know, taking the plastic, putting it together, putting stickers on there, whatever. And then I'm like, wow, it came out pretty good. It's not the real deal, but I don't need the real deal. Same thing with the RC cars. I got a bunch of RC cars. I just got one from Walmart. I call that my birthday car. Yeah, I got that for my birthday, I guess you want to call it. I got it after my birthday actually, but it doesn't matter. But it's one of those what's that guy's Paul Walker, the guy that passed away in the Fast and Furious. The little toy RC car, I forgot what they call it. It was a Nissan. I remember it was a Nissan R something. I got that car from Walmart, and we're gonna make a camera car out of that with the big crane. They call it a camera crane car, whatever, where you got the crane and you got like a gimbal on the end and you got your little camera, and I'm gonna make it like a remote control gimbal on there that's gonna move a camera up and down and move around and all that kind of stuff. And it's just a model, but it's something that I want to do. So I'm gonna be working on that. I've already 3D printed a lot of the crane part. I 3D printed the crane. I just gotta paint it, and then I gotta get it some servos and everything so that it'll move around, and then it'll hook into a receiver, and then I can control it with a wireless transmitter. Yeah, I got some ideas on that. Cybertruck, we're gonna do that with the Cybertruck too. Cybertruck's just sitting there. It's a model. It's an RC truck, but I'm not out here playing around with it and that type of thing. That's not what I buy the cars for. I just buy them because they're models. They're small extensions of what I would like to do, but I instead of spending, you know, $100,000 on a truck or whatever it is, buy the model. I got the Denali. I got the Denali. We got the Cybertruck. We got the Denali. We got the Ford F350, I think. We got the Ford F350 Platinum. Is that what they call it? The Ford F350 Platinum. That's going to be a camera truck too. It's going to be a little camera truck. I'm going to make the little 3D print the material, make the little crane, put it on there, put the little servos on there, and that's going to be, I don't know if we're going to do servos on that one. That one might just be a model because it's so small. So, but these are projects that I just think about in my head. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that little $5 truck from the Dollar Tree. Got it from the Dollar Tree. Everything's not $1 there though. You gotta watch out. They try to get out of the bro budget. I'm like, no, I'll pay $5, but not going out of the bro budget. They did those little chicken pies are too expensive over there. I'm keeping it real. Dollar Tree, you need to come down on those chicken pies because you can get those at Walmart. I'm at Walmart the other day. I think for 94 cents or something like that. No, it was Max. What's that store called? Super Max or something like that. I got them for like 94 cents. So you need to come down. And Food Max, it was called Food Max. Food Max had them for like 94 cents, and then Food Co had them for like $1 something, like $1.19. So Dollar Tree, you better come down on those pies, okay? Those little chicken pies. My dad eats those every morning. Little chicken eating mother. No, I'm just kidding. But he eats those pies all the time. He didn't eat none today. He usually don't eat those when he go to church. Anyway, so Bro Budget Sunday, Bro Budget building, being creative, going to the dollar store, getting some Tupperware, getting some glue, getting some twine, whatever you're trying to do. You want to make something for yourself. You may have an idea of something that you have always wanted, but you say, oh man, I can't afford that. Make it yourself. Make it. You know, the old days they used to say goal setting. people used to put pictures. I remember back in the day, we used to cut stuff. I used to cut cameras and stuff out of magazines. I used to cut them out of magazines and put them on like a poster board or something. And it was like, man, I want the camera one day. I want to get it, but I don't have it, but I'm going to put it on the poster board. And some of those cameras that I actually put on poster boards, I actually achieved. I actually got. I remember brochures. Back in the days, they used to give you brochures. You go to these places, you look at this professional cameras and stuff like that, like NAB. It wasn't no NAB out here in Sacramento, but I used to go to ATV. I think it was ATV, a place called ATV out here in Vegas. I mean, out here in Sacramento. And they were like a audio-visual production house, whatever, and they sold cameras and things, and but professional stuff. I used to go there and get the brochures. Go there, get the brochures, and cut them up. Go home and just cut them up. I keep a couple, but I would cut out the camera and put it on wherever I wanted to put it and say, man, I'm gonna get that one day, or I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. But in my age, my old age of trying to go out there and film and be a cinematographer and all this kind of stuff, I look like George Lucas right now. I look like the black George Lucas, right? With all this, I look like the black George Lucas. I ain't trying to film. I'm not trying to make a Star Wars movie, a new Star Wars movie, a new 2025 Star Wars movie. I'm not trying to do none of that. I don't need to show off. I don't need to have a big crew. So you see my little miniature crew that I got a bunch of those little miniature guys. Those are my miniature crews. You see my miniature cars and toys and things like that. That's my creative world of being creative, and I'm not trying to show off for anybody. And all the secrets of cinematography and all that kind of stuff, I try to help people and kind of expose that, because it's not necessary. You don't necessarily need to shoot in 4K. I've been saying this for so long, but I try to get it in people's heads, because a lot of people, they want to go out and buy the high cameras out there. They want to buy the new Sonys and this and that. What are you going to be really using it for? What are you going to be using the camera for? Take pictures of your family. Take pictures of your daughter, your kids. Okay, come on. You don't need 4K for that. If you want it, if you want to spend the money, you got the money to do that, that's cool. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to do it. You can do what I'm doing right now with my phone. Make your video, call it a day. Back in the day, it was always competition. As a videographer, cinematographer, I wasn't a cinematographer, but I was a videographer. You always had guys that had better cameras than me. Everybody had a better camera than me, okay? I go out there, back in the day when I first started, back in 1986, recording with my Quasar VHS camcorder. I go back to that. With my Quasar VHS camcorder, I was recording on VHS. Not Super VHS. But then you got the guy next to me, he's recording on Super VHS, right? So Super VHS was a higher quality format. And then I would get talked down. They'd say, oh, Tony, man, that's a nice camera you got, but it's not Super VHS. So your quality is not going to be that great. My quality is going to be better than yours. You got to button your collar up when you say it. My quality is going to be better than yours because I'm shooting in Super VHS. And then you have another guy pop up. His collar might be like this. And then he goes, you're shooting in Super VHS. You're shooting in VHS. He's shooting in Super VHS, but I'm shooting in high 8. You might button it all the way up now, because now you want to look more important. I'm shooting in high 8, Sony high 8, one of the highest quality camcorders that you can get. And the reason I'm laughing is because back then I used to get, oh man, I used to be kind of sad, and that can depress you. You can get really depressed. You can go into depression because of that. And I say, well, man, I used to always think, well, I'm not shooting in Super VHS, but I'm gonna do the best that I can do. I'm not shooting in Super VHS, but I'm gonna do the best that I can do with the equipment that I have. And I did pretty good. And I found ways of making my Super VHS better, or more, what's the word? More, not better, not necessarily better, but just more visible. I started messing around with special effects, started messing around with software. And I said, you know what? I don't have the highest quality, but I can play around with this stuff. And that's when I started learning how to do digital compositing, green screen. I was doing green screen way back then. But I wasn't even using green screen. I was using a white wall. I was using blue screen, blue paper. I had blue paper, rolls of blue paper. You don't even want to know. But that's when I started developing the special effects. I thought the special effects were more important than the quality. And now I learned this. I learned where we are now. It's not just the special effects. It's not even the quality. It's the content. It took me years to learn that. The content was more important than the quality, and was more important than the special effects. So that's why you see me here with no special effects. Boom, just sitting here in the gaming chair, out here on a beautiful day, and that's all you need, with my phone in front of me. No big cinema cameras, no none of that. Okay? So, being alive, being thankful, being grateful for being alive, being blessed, that's more important to me than anything right now. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. And speaking of that, oh, we got to show this over here too before we go into that. Yeah, I think we better show this real quick. So today I was driving, dropped my dad off for church, and as I dropped him off, I said I was driving down the neighborhood, and I found something that I was like, oh, this would be cool. So what I did, I'm gonna show you what I found in a second here. You're gonna crack up. I always wanted, I'm gonna say this, I always wanted a satellite system to go on my car so I could go out and do my broadcasts and have my big cameras and all that kind of stuff. I used to do that back in the day. I used to always want to fit in, as we say, but not just fit in, blend in. I wanted to look like the big boys in the old days. I wanted to have a broadcasting vehicle, a vehicle with satellite and all your equipment inside. And I actually did achieve that. We bought the red, white, and blue van in Vegas, and I bought the red, white, and blue van. I paid, man, $5,500 for that car. I remember $5,500 for that car. I shouldn't have bought it. It was a lemon. It was a piece of junk. I enjoyed it for the time that I had it. Didn't even have it that long. I had it like a year, and it started breaking down on me. Electrical system was bad, and then later on it just got towed away. But I had equipment in there too when it got towed away. It was it was a fun vehicle to have, and I was trying to build a TV truck out of it. They call it a TV truck, a news truck, TV truck, news van. And I was doing it the wrong way. I was gonna get a huge satellite to go on there and everything. The satellite, I kept looking for satellites everywhere, and nobody had satellites. And then finally, there was a power company shutting down, or an electrical company or something shutting down, solar company, and they had these huge satellites, and they told me I could have them if I could get them off the ground. They were huge, and I just never went back and got them. And by that time, I was having problems with the van, and I lost a job, and everything just kind of went down after that. But the goal was to have a moving vehicle, a news van. They call them TV trucks, mini trucks, whatever you want to call them. And now they have SUVs, and the satellites and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really matter, because you can use like a live view system or whatever you have, and you don't need all that big satellite stuff anymore. But just for the look, now I have achieved that. And I'm gonna tell you, I just found that a little while ago, and here it is. We're gonna show that. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna walk over here right now, and you can see there's my vehicle. Keeping it real. There's my vehicle. There's the satellite. Okay, y'all see that? That's a satellite I just picked up a little while ago. My car is dirty right now. Don't look at it. It's dirty. It says DirecTV, but that could be easily painted. You see, it says DirecTV. It's not mounted on the car or anything, but now we have a news vehicle, an SUV news vehicle. And you see, little things like that make me happy. Just keeping it real. Look at that baby. Look like a news vehicle, right? I could put some stickers on the side of that mug, some magnetic stickers, and then I could go around and I could paint that satellite. Kind of matches the car already, but I could paint it the same exact color of the car, or even paint it black or something, or whatever. Put my logos in the middle of it. WBN, I probably will do that too. WBN 63, World Broadcast News. And now I finally have achieved my news vehicle. Now I actually have another satellite too. I actually have another one in my storage. It's actually bigger than that. That's more of a, it's not really round. It's kind of like, it's got an oval look, but it's not really round. I don't know what you want to call it. But I got a round one, a bigger one, that I found over here. They were throwing it out. People were throwing those satellites out. Nobody used no Dish Network no more, I don't think. DirecTV, all that stuff. I used to sell that too back in the day. I worked at Computer Warehouse when that stuff first came out. I used to sell DirecTV and Dish Network. I was the audio-visual department manager for Computer Warehouse, keeping it real. Got a big history, big history. You guys don't know my history of jobs and things of that nature. But I used to be the department manager, so DirecTV when it first came out. I sold DVD players when they first came out. I was selling VCRs, not when they first came out, but I sold the more modern VCRs that came out. I sold RCA and mainly a lot of RCA products. It was Thompson Consumer Electronics, I remember. Thompson Consumer Electronics, I worked for those guys. And the reps came out and gave me all the information, and I was the main guy, the main manager, but not making a lot of money. I made $5 an hour, $5 an hour. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful because people are making more money now. People work at McDonald's, and we're going to talk about that. Speaking of McDonald's, world bro breaking news. You heard about the employee that worked at McDonald's that was depressed and was going through a whole lot of stuff, and she ended up killing her manager. You heard about that. Unaliving, as though everybody's saying now, unaliving her manager, and stabbed her 15 times. 15 times. Approximately 15 times. It was very, very sad. And everybody's saying that she had the Chucky spirit. You remember Chucky from Child's Play, the movie? Child's Play, the movie. I didn't talk about any of that stuff. I just posted it. But I've been posting it for the last couple of days. Very sad. She was depressed, and that's where we go back to depression. And they talk about mental health and mental illness. A lot of people are mentally unstable because they don't have a hobby or they don't have anything that they stress out on other things. Bigger things, of course. Sometimes they stress out on little things. So rather than stress out, hey, I'm gonna go in here and get me some ice cream, have me eat me some food, have some chicken today, relaxing, working on the projects from the dollar store and things of that nature. That's why I say I'm happier now than I've ever been in my life. And I don't have the big professional $90,000 cameras and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. But back in the day when I was younger, in my 20s, yeah, I wanted a lot of stuff. And it was like unreachable. Even the high 8 camcorders were unreachable back at that time. You got to realize that the amount of money that I was making back then, probably $5 or $6, not even $5 an hour, probably $4 an hour back in the 80s and 90s. And you don't have the ability to get you a $10,000 or $20,000 or $100,000 camera. So rather than do that, I just used what I had. I used my Quasar. I used my Quasar VHS camcorder for a long time. Then I moved up and I started getting other camcorders. I had a General Electric. I still got it. I sold it to my uncle. Got it back from him. Well, he passed away, but it's my aunt. She gave it back to me. I got it in the house. It's in the Broadcaster Museum. General Electric, Panasonic. I started getting all kinds of different brands. RCA. I got lots of camcorders, lots of VHS camcorders, and I have also SVHS camcorders now too, and I also have high 8 camcorders. But none of that stuff matters because the phone is going to give me better quality than every camcorder probably that I have. I do have a 4K camcorder, yeah, and I don't even use the 4K on it. I have a 4K camcorder, Panasonic, keeping it real. It's a Panasonic 4K camcorder. I got it a long time ago, and you know, I got it for jobs. If I got to go do a job for somebody, I got to go shoot a birthday party, a wedding, or something like that, I use that camcorder. But for daily use, it's not important to use anything. Use your phone to do videos. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about this too. My guy out there, the cranky cameraman, he does a lot of events. He uses the FX9. He got an FX3. He got a probably FX6. He's got an ARRI Alexis. He's got an ARRI Brono. Oh, what's that for?
You.
Why?
I'm doing the video.
No, I can't do that. Look at it. Let me show you this. Look at this. This little girl right here. She's so cute. She's trying to give me some money, and she likes my video. She's sitting here watching me, and she's trying to give me some money. No, I can't take that from you, but thank you, baby. Thank you. You heard me say donate, huh? You heard me say don't hate, don't wait, don't. You guys saw that. You'll see this little beautiful little girl over here. She's trying to give me some money. She saw me do my video, and I said don't hate, don't wait, donate. That's what you guys need to do. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. Okay? We're gonna end this video. I love you guys, and no, I can't accept that. But thank you so much. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. But we're gonna end this video in a little bit. Thank you. That's so cute. See, you never know who can help you if you need help. And she was watching me. She's been watching me for a while. She's watching me do the video, and I was like, Wow, it's just it's amazing. That gives me joy right there. That gives me joy. And like I said, it's not about the money or anything like that, but it's just the fact that you know, it's interesting to her. It's interesting. She likes what I'm doing. She likes to see, nobody really sits out here and makes videos and that type of thing. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm a social person. I make videos. I have fun. I enjoy my life. And on that note, I think that's pretty much, once again, just being thankful, being grateful. So many people are losing their lives. So many people are losing their lives. Now, you'll see me put a lot of stories out there, and I'm showing you guys what's going on in the world, because sometimes the news doesn't show this stuff. I haven't seen that McDonald, the girl about McDonald that killed her manager or unalived her manager. I haven't seen that on any of the news channels out here at all. The news channels in, I think it was in Detroit, Michigan. I seen it on their channels, but nothing out here at all. So what I do is I'm a world broadcaster. I'm a world broadcaster. World broadcast news. We bring the news from everywhere. It could be from any country, whatever. And if I see something that's interesting or whatever, I'm going to post it. And it may be something that's violent or crazy or whatever, but I still got to post it because I'm a journalist. I'm an independent journalist, meaning that I can post anything I want. I'm not monetized right now. I can say pretty much anything I want to say because I'm not monetized. Get strikes against my channel and all that kind of stuff. I don't care about all that because I'm not monetized. I say what I want to say. I just do it. Okay? And I'm not putting people down. I'm just telling you guys, be thankful for what you have. And that's what this whole video is about. Being thankful for what you have. I'm having fun with my projects. Hope you enjoyed this video. I've been talking for a while, almost an hour here, 56 minutes here. So we're going to end the video. And I love you guys once again. And be thankful to be alive, because so many people are losing their life every day and they're not thankful. And they're trying to gravitate towards bigger and greater things when they don't have to do all that. Be like me. Be very simple. Go to the dollar store. Get you a dollar toolbox like I just got, $1.25. Get you some little pans for $1.25 and just have some fun. Okay? So on that note, I'm going to end this video. I love you guys once again. Peace and love. Don't hate. Don't wait. Go to the Cash App. Go to my $. Cash App $, Tony McDew, because I love you. And we out.